Time for some lacrosse here on Long Island as the Pride gets set for their 2023 home opener against the midshipmen of the United States Naval Academy. Once again, alongside Michelle Ravinovich, my name is Christian Gardecki. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First for the Hofstra, first for Navy. On attack, it will be Mac Haley, Henry Tolker, and Xavier Arline. Midfield, Dane Swanson. Toward Tunnel Award watch list, Patrick Skolniak and Max Hewitt. Defense, Jackson Bonnets, Nick Licalzi, and Kyle Fairbanks with Pat Ryan in goal for Navy. Hofstra on their side, Gerard Kane, Ryan Woodwin, and John Madsen on attack. Rory Jones, Griffin Turner, Justin Sykes in midfield. Tom Ford, Tim Hegarty, and Daniel Oakes defending for the Pride in front of Matt Gates. Michelle, should be a great one.
Absolutely. The starting lineup for Hofstra is nothing short of exactly what I predicted.
Yeah.
Gerard Kane is the leading scorer right behind now an alum of Hofstra men's lacrosse. So Gerard at the top of this lineup does not surprise me in the slightest. Griffin Turner, I believe, is a junior now. And I remember...
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore, thank you. So his appearance on the pitch last season, how he was pretty much everywhere as a midfielder and attacker, contributing, feeding goals in or making them himself, does not surprise me in the slightest. Tim Hegarty, I've seen his name up and down the sheet, so from last season, so that's absolutely not surprising. And last but not least, Matt Gates in goal.
He's great. He was great for the Pride last year for Hofstra. As you take a look, 2 veteran head coaches in the NCAA. As on the Navy side, it's a former member of the Hofstra Pride coaching on there, Joe Amplo. For Hofstra, of course, in the 17th season, Seth Tierney Amplo, 4th year for Navy. This Navy coaching staff has a lot of former Hofstra Pride players, John Orson and Blake Miller. Orson, 2006, Miller, 1996 graduates of Hofstra. Amplo was a 2000 graduate for the Pride. Chase Patterson will take the face-off at the center X. He'll go against his fellow number 20, Anthony Gobriel. It's just about time here for lacrosse. Home opener for the Pride against the midshipmen here at Stewart State. Nice crowd filing in. Hofstra will go right to left in the first with the white jerseys, blue and gold trim, blue numbers. Face-off won back by Chase Patterson, who really overtook that spot a year ago to take it the far side alley. Patterson will now flip it underhandedly to his teammate in Corey Kale. Kale past the far side in for Ryan Woodland. Woodland will get the touch in the far side alley, and the Pride start with it here. 80-second shot clock, as always, here in college lacrosse. Up at center for Hofstra, there is Jones. Or rather, correction, that is Griffin Turner. Griffin Turner now far side. Turner working on his man. Turner cuts with a left-handed stick. Turner coming over down to the center. Turner still has it. Now Crow's back. Right-handed stick passes over the far side. Now with it for Hofstra is big number 34, Ryan Woodwin. Woodwin now working on a man. Woodwin with the left-handed stick throws it back to center. Madsen, far side. Turner, now with the left-handed stick. 31, the shotgun shoots it, and Ryan got a piece of it, and it will go to Hofstra as they win the race back, wearing number 11, Gerard Kane, switching from 99 a year ago for Hofstra.
That was an interesting kind of play there with Griffin Turner going back and forth, trying to outsmart the midshipman.
Yeah, now here's a quick little slip screen. Kane over to Turner. Turner now to the middle. Underhanded shot there from Woodwin is redirected out, and a race won there by Navy. Great job by Licalzi. And the midshipmen now will start within their own end. Pat Ryan in front of his own crease to the near side. Now it's over to number 29, Patrick Skolniak. This is the guy to watch. Tuaratana watch list. Skolniak to the far side. Passed it over there to Arline. Arline will have it, and they'll get some changes on the field. Behind the net now. Here is Mac Haley. Haley working on his man there for Hofstra, which is C's. Haley slows it up. Now we'll have it at X, right in front of the crease. Haley coming around. Good play by C's to block him off. Now switch. There'll be a flag down against the Pride, and it'll be a man-up situation here for Navy coming up soon. Skolniak. Oh, nice little slow move. Switches hands, shoots it, sends it wide, but Navy will go to the man advantage.
That was some expeditious play from from Navy's point of view, really ready to get on the attack, and I could see how much Matt Gates was up in anticipation, looking like he was trying to correct any mistakes left over from Merrimack here, high on guard, ready to, keep the Iron Gate in.
Well, Hofstra had a very good third and fourth quarter, mostly the fourth quarter against Merrimack. Navy coming off of 2 wins, Mount St. Mary's, and then they beat Queens University in their first Division I game, one of 2 new Division I schools. To the near side, Navy now back with it. It's a minute penalty here against Tom Ford. The Pride now will have to play defense here. The far side for Navy. It's sent in front by Arline. Now Skolniak, near side. Gets a quick pass over to Haley. Haley back to Skolniak, top center. Skolniak looking for his options. Gets it back to Haley. Now down low, goal line extended. It's with Tolker. Tolker back to Arline. Or rather, Haley. Skolniak, now to the far side, finds a pass to Swanson. Back to Skolniak, top center, far side, now Swanson. Arline, far side, working on the man, now top center. Near side, it's Skolniak, still working the clock here, 10 to go in the shot clock. Shot and score! Ripped home by Henry Tolker. And it's 1-0 Navy, just over 2 minutes into this one, a man advantage goal.
It looks like they were just going back and forth around the crease, trying to tire out the Pride, seeing if they can outlast them under the duration of the shot clock. And then when they had an opening, no matter how slim it was, they just let it snake right through, just like a fastball.
The shot clock was level with the penalty clock as it reset back to 60. Now, face off at center, it's Patterson against Gabriel. Gabriel, a native of Dallas, Texan. Patterson for Hofstra, a native of Richboro, Pennsylvania, and it's won the other way by Gabriel. Now far side, shot sent wide. That was off the stick of Arline. Race won by Navy, and they'll have it here with Haley. Mac Haley, near side. Haley looks his options, gets Skolniak coming onto the field. Skolniak, a 31-game point streak across his career with Navy, has been unbelievable, and he's only a junior. To the far side, running with it, here is Hewitt. To center now, Jack Coughlin. Or rather, correction, that's Skolniak. Skolniak, rather a shot there, and it's blocked. It got over to Swanson. Still racing over, and it's going to go to Navy. Hofstra saying it should go to them, but it does not. And the midshipmen have it here. Near side, it's Haley. Now to Skolniak. Skolniak working on his man. That's Zimmerman. Skolniak to the left hand, shoots, saved by Gates. Rebound, still pops free. Battle for it up at the restraining line. And it'll be rolled away by Tolker. Tolker gets a pass over too far away for his man. And Hewitt in the Pride will come back with it and try to get some offensive opportunity here.
That was an amazing defensive play by Matt Gates in goal, really pushing off the midshipman off of his territory, so to speak, in order to, keep a fighting chance alive for the Pride.
Now near side for Hofstra, it's Madsen. Looking for a pass over the head of Ryan Sheridan. And it's not an over and back. It will go to Navy. They're saying it stays with Navy. So now the other way. Here come the midshipmen. It's a break coming in. A shot and score. Tolker with his second. He was left wide open down the lane. And it's 2-0. 4 minutes into this one. 2-0 Navy with 11 to go.
You know what that looked like to me, Christian? That looked like the equivalent of a basketball player getting the ball on a fast break and just laying it in. That's what that looked like. He was completely alone. It looked like the entire Hofstra team was running behind him while he was in front. It was one-on-one with Matt Gates, and he just took a shot, and what do you know? It found the back of the net.
He was 10 yards out, Michelle, on that shot, and was able just to rip it past Matt Gates. You show how fast the shots are in college lacrosse. No exception here.
You're telling me.
Chase Patterson on the face-off once again with Gabriel. Gabriel wins it right back. So Patterson, who won the first one, has now lost his last 2 off of the 2 Navy goals. And Gabriel now taking over the middle line at the Hofstra logo. Now the far side. Here is Arline. Arline will slow it up as he gets new players on. Drek Obley. Near side. Down the alley. Now takes it behind the cage on the near side. Shot clock at 60. Here is again, Drek Obley to the middle. A shot blocked in front by Ford. And the Pride will now get a chance to clear. Gates behind his own net. Quick pass over to big number 50, Daniel Oakes. Oakes looking for his options. Takes over his own restraining line. And now quick little flip pass to Sheridan. Ryan Sheridan over the restraining line of Navy at top center. slows it down. Far side, Gerard Kane. 2 goals a week ago for Gerard. One of the big players returning for this team. Transferred 2 years ago, rather last year, from Ohio State. Near side pass, Madsen. Back to Sheridan. Top center now, it's Matt Elder. Scored 3 a year ago against Navy, as mentioned in the pregame show on the Special Events channel. Glad to be with us here on Flow Sports, man, at WRHU in our special event stream. Lacrosse triple header on this Hempstead Turnpike today. Near side pass. Here is Sheridan. Sheridan fakes a pass, gets it over near side. Back with it is Elder. He's got 23 to go in the shot clock. Elder's got to hurry something here. He's being guarded heavily there by Connolly. Elder at X. 15 to go in the shot clock. Elder coming around, shoots. Sent wide. Don't know if Ryan got a piece of it. And they're going to say Hofstra stayed with it, although it looked awfully close, like Bonnets was ahead of John Madsen. Now Madsen with it. 10 to go in the shot clock. Madsen coming in. Madsen flips the hands. Now tries to get it back. He's taken down. Good defense, but a flag is down against Navy. The shot clock runs out, but there will be a man-up advantage for the Hofstra Pride here with 9:04 left to go, down by 2 in the first quarter.
That man-up advantage is going to come in real clutch for this Hofstra Pride team because they're already down 2. So this could come in right now as a saving grace in hopes of cutting that deficit.
It's only a 30-second penalty here to Bonnets for a holding. And now the Pride will go to their man advantage, top 20 in the country after the first weekend in the man advantage. Near side with it for Hofstra will be Rory Jones. Jones to the top center, find it over to Veit. Far side. Now behind the net. Kane fakes the pass, gets it back around. Top center, Sykes. Pass back over, near side. Jones behind the net to Kane. They got 13 to go in the shot clock. Almost a high pass away. Sykes with it. Rips it. Sent wide. And it'll be a reset here for Hofstra. 38 to go in the shot clock. 8 to go on the penalty. And now the Pride will get it going here. Top center. Here's Veit. Wide open lane. Shoots it. Save there by Pat Ryan. All Patriot League preseason pick was Pat Ryan. Goalie for Navy. Navy picked 3rd in the preseason in the Patriot League this year. Hofstra picked 5th in the Colonial Athletic Association. That's a very stacked Patriot League this year with them, Loyola, Boston University, and Lehigh. Skolniak comes in, gets a pass behind the net, and it's found there by Haley. Haley back to Skolniak, cuts to his right hand. He's a traditional lefty, and it's stopped with a stick by Ford, but it picked up by Recker. Ford with it. 7:55 to go, 2-0 Navy. Ford over his own restraining line and will walk it up slowly. Remember he had the goal last year. Crazy goal, I think it was against Sacred Heart. Far side, Gerard Kane gets the touch. 60 to go in the shot clock for the Pride. Kane will curl back now with the left-handed stick, trying to get a move there on Nick Lacalzi. Top center. Here is Griffin Turner behind the net to Woodland. Woodland working on his man. Woodland now cuts with the right hand. Will now make a spin move, but didn't go much there. 37 the shot clock here. 7:14 to go in the first quarter. Back up top, it's going to be dropped away by Turner, but he'll reset. I'll have to bring back most of their offense this year. Justin Sykes out there. Here is Sykes. Top center at the circle, now cuts in. Sykes looking for a pass there to Turner. Bounce pass picked up by Griffin Turner. Turner, far side, right-handed stick. Now slows it back. Find back for Woodland. Woodland, now left hand, shoots it. Saved by Ryan. He didn't see it, but he got a piece of it with his stick. Picked back up by the Pride, though, by Rory Jones. Rory Jones back with it for Hofstra to the far side. Found a pass to Griffin Turner. Turner off the pick, sent there by Woodland. Turner still has it for the Pride. 47 to go in the shot clock as that save by Ryan reset it. Still working on something here for Hofstra. Here is Woodland. He slows it up. Woodland with the left-handed stick now trying to roll his way to the net. Takes it down to X behind the cage. It's Woodland with 47 rents on him. Woodland now behind the net. Trying to bulldog his man. Shoots it there. Sent wide. And the Pride will get a reset here on Griffin Turner, who will get it behind the cage. Turner, one man on him, 20 going the shot clock. Griffin Turner waiting for his options as Madsen comes in. Turner off the pick set by Madsen, trying to find the slip but doesn't. Turner, far side, gets it poked off his stick there by Fairbanks. Turner to the near side. Rory Jones. Jones, flag is down. There might be two. There's just one. As Jones got hit there, ball hits the surface, and there will be a flag here against Navy with 5:42 left to go in the first quarter, and they lead by 2. It'll be a cross check, 1 minute, and it's going to be locked in, so if Hofstra scores, it will not get released. So this is a big power play for Hofstra. They can score as many times as they want in this 1 minute stretch.
Absolutely, but I do want to take it back to those 2 tremendous saves that the midshipman goalie had.
Pat Ryan.
Right. Pat Ryan really flexing his abilities, his instinct, and his speed out there because he was basically left open and he was zipping there. He was incredibly fast.
Pride working around. Here's Rory Jones. Fakes the pass back up top. It was off the stick of Sykes. Now behind the net, Kane. Kane likes to play it from behind X. Send over the middle. Here's Woodland, a shot. It redirects wide. Still 35 going the shot clock. 35 to go on the penalty. Hofstra trying to get a first goal of the game here. Down by 2 with 5 to go in the first quarter. Back with it for Hofstra is Veit. Veit, big piece of this man-up unit for Coach Seth Tierney. Near side, Kane. Kane, bounce pass over Sykes. Back to Veit. Veit shoots, scores! It's John Veit with the goal for the Pride, and the lead is cut to 2-1 with 4:57 left to go. Correction in the first quarter, and still 15 seconds to go on the man-up advantage.
And we see the Hofstra Pride team coming off of their bench area where they typically stand, congratulating the players that were just on, congratulating the scorer. Just so much excitement for that. They saw all of the effort that it took to get past Pat Ryan. It took at least three shots on goal in these last few minutes to get there. So they are so happy for their teammate for finally getting it behind him.
Navy calls a timeout here. There's 2 here in each half, so Navy calls the timeout. For Veit, that's his first goal of the season for the Hofstra Pride. A huge accomplishment for him, and that has them now cut the lead to 1 with 4:57 left to go in the first. 15 seconds to go on the Bonnets' non-releasable penalty. And for John Veit, a redshirt sophomore out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, played 1 game a year ago, but this is his first collegiate goal. So congratulations to John Veit, who can play both midfield and attack out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So gets his first career goal. I figured it was. I just had to double check before coming out and saying, how about a good crowd here? A lot of people on the far side of Stewart Stadium here in Hofstra. Of course, Navy brings a big crowd wherever they go as well. Very good lacrosse community. They have a couple Long Island guys like Jack Nickturn, a freshman for them, whose brother Brendan Nickturn played here last summer in the PLL. He was the Rookie of the Year for the Chrome Lacrosse Club in the PLL.
Wow.
A lot of connections across lacrosse. Massapequa native is Nickturn.
That was funny.
So, of course, the PLL is coming back here this summer for the playoffs. They'll be right here at Stewart Stadium. A lot of stuff going on here on Long Island lacrosse. Hofstra will still have the man advantage here. Patterson on the face-off, so Navy uses their first timeout trying to settle things down. And Michelle, when you think about it, Hofstra really dominated the last 4 or 5 minutes of play, having it completely in Navy's box.
Oh yeah, they were absolutely on Navy's crease. I want to say that they had real estate there because they were so much on the press, trying to get an opening, trying to get themselves on the scoreboard as much as possible.
Patterson gets pushed down. It is going to be a loose ball foul against Navy. That will go against Gabriel, the other face-off guy. So Hofstra will not score a second time, as that took about 10 to 12 seconds off the clock of that penalty, but they do score a man advantage goal on their second of the game, so it puts them to 1-2 on that category today. The Pride will slow it up. Back up top, here is Griffin Turner. Turner has it for the Pride, now far side. Turner cutting in with the right-hand stick behind the net to Kane. Now it's Woodland. Near side back with Rory Jones. Cutting over the middle. Rory Jones with the right-hand stick played in front. Looking for the pass. On the doorstep was Sykes, but it dropped in front, and Pat Ryan will come away with it. Navy now will try to reset here. Ryan back with it. Now to the far side. Here is Lacrosse. He's been busy early for this Navy team, and he will step over the line with someone back for him. Lacrosse to the near side. First time we've seen Skalniak touch the ball in a while. Skalniak with it has a couple big whacks against him there from big number 44, John Recker. Skalniak slows it up. 3:35 left to go. It's a 2-1 Navy lead here in the first quarter. 44 to go in the shot clock for the midshipmen. It's Arline with it on the far side. Arline working on his man. Will now go to the right-handed stick. They give him that right-handed free because they know he's a good lefty. Right-hand is his weak side. Here is Arline behind the net. Now cuts to the left. Has a wide open lane. Shoots it. And he scores. It goes in. Arline puts it in. And it's now 3-1 Navy with 3:13 left to go in the first quarter.
From our angle, it was a little bit tough to tell, hence my broadcast partner's delay.
Yeah.
But it was some sort of like an underhanded kind of...
It was, yep. Underhanded, low to high. Although I think he said low to low in that one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That because you think when you're underhanded, you're going from low to high, and the low part was there, but the too high there wasn't really there. So that was a little difficult to tell. But it was definitely a shot that I'm sure it looks like it took Matt Gates by surprise because it was unusual to say the least.
Face-off violation against Patterson, and now Navy will come away with it. Skalniak, near side. This guy gets a lot of time here. He is unbelievable. Native of Dallas, Texas. To the near side here is Jarvis. Jarvis, now with the right-handed stick, will come around on that far side. Jarvis turns around, passed it back there to Arline, who just scored. Now here's Skalniak. Pass to the near side. Coming back with it. Here is Swanson. He's played well. Nice defensively. Great job by the Pride there. Now the far side. Here's Skalniak again. Switching sides. He's usually on this near side. Played it to the far side, though. Into the middle. Tolker. He's got two. Skalniak. Now take it behind the net with 33 to go in the shot clock. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Navy leads by 2, 3-1. Now coming in over. Fake pass. Down low, stop there by Jarvis. Jarvis behind the net for Arline. Arline tries to take it around. Cuts to the left hand. In front, shot, score. Hofstra slipped too far, and it left Henry Tolker in front, and he's got 3 for Navy. It's 4-1 with 2:07 left. In the first.
That was just a matter of positioning because I don't know how quickly Matt Gates saw, but when the Navy player had the ball in his possession right behind him, he just swung around, got it to the guy that was positioned right in front of him, and it was just too little too late. There was nothing he could do. Navy was just too fast and positioned too well.
Yeah. Well, now back to center. Face-off 3-2 so far in favor of Navy. A violation against Hofstra and a loose ball foul against Navy has a couple added face-offs for those teams. And this one won by Navy by Gabriel. Pat Ryan in his own cage will come out, get over the center, almost too far ahead for Connolly. Chad Connolly to the far side, defensive midfielder he is. And now Navy will be back with it. Here is Arline. He's got one. Already a hat trick for Henry Tolker in this one. Behind the net, it's Haley. Mac Haley to the near side for Keegan Hauser. Annapolis native is Hauser. Far side from Haley over to Hewitt. Hewitt now working with it. Kicks it around. Quick little slip screen pass. Nice little move. Oh boy. What a shot off the post from Arline. He got through his man. And it will be Hofstra who wins the race with Ford. But that would have been something special if he scored that one.
That would have been a SportsCenter-esque.
Oh my goodness.
A call and just video overall. He jumped, turned midair, shot the ball. If that went in the net, that would have been on fire on SportsCenter.
Well, our good friend Tim Crowley was on SportsCenter the other night with the Brandy Thomas game-winning 3.
Oh yeah.
Against Towson on Thursday for Hofstra women's basketball team. Busy day for Hofstra athletics. Wrestling today, The men's basketball team today, women's lacrosse earlier, winning against LIU. Coming in over for the Pride here is Trevor Natalie. He had 2 goals last week, the transfer from Jacksonville. The far side. Here is Elder cutting in to the near side. Now back up top. Natalie, a shot. Stopped. It rolls over, and it's stopped by Ryan. They think it went in. It looked awfully close. Ryan is fired up, and now Navy has a chance the other way. A shot, and it's sent wide off the stick of Peters.
Are they just not going to review that?
Well, there is no review in men's lacrosse.
That's rough.
But that one looked awfully close. Now here is Arline behind the net. Shoots and scores. And it's 5-1 with 10.6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Arline has 2.
I guess it doesn't matter if they reviewed that, whichever way it would have went, because Navy still would have scored. It's the fast pace that they're keeping here, because they are coming into Stewart Stadium, and they are controlling the pace here. No matter the fact that they are the visiting team, they are the controlling team nonetheless. They are simply outpacing and, frankly, outplaying this Hofstra Pride.
So now a face-off at center for Patterson. He'll go against Gabriel again. Arline, that is his 4th of the season, his 2nd of the game. Patterson wins this draw. Will get it right back. Pride take it over the midline. Patterson has to hurry here with 5 seconds left to go, and they'll just hold on to the ball. Actually, a quick little flip shot. Oh, Ryan made the save there, and that will do it for the first quarter. Navy leads 5-1. You're watching Hofstra Pride Men's Lacrosse on Flow Sports, presented by WRHU. Back here at the James M. Stewart Stadium, as it's the Hofstra Pride and the Navy Midshipmen Navy Midshipmen. Words, Christian, words. As it's 5-1 after 1 quarter of play here from Stewart Stadium here in Hempstead, New York. Pride will now go left to right. Navy will go right to left in this second quarter. Christian Gardicki alongside Michelle Rabinovich, Dylan Roskavensky, and Amelia Bashi are back at our WRHU studios here on this special event stream. Doubleheader of special event stream lacrosse today. We've got the New York Riptide coming up at 7:30. I'll be there as well. Face off here, violation by Gabriel, and he'll be back with Hofstra. So yeah, busy day of lacrosse. 3 lacrosse games in about a 2-block radius, with women's lacrosse coming before the big win over LIU, and then men's lacrosse and the Riptide later tonight at the Coliseum right across the street.
You think it's safe to say that Long Island likes lacrosse?
Oh, absolutely. I come from a hotbed of lacrosse myself, but Long Island is nuts for lacrosse. Near side, here is Ryan Woodland. Woodland now sent it behind the net. Here is Gerard Kane trying to bulldoze his way through a fake backhanded pass, send it far side. A shot there, score! Griffin Turner off the pass by Gerard Kane. It's now 5-2 Navy. Only 32 seconds in to the second quarter.
Things that the Hofstra Pride bench loves to see.
Yeah. That was a great play there by Kane. Just took it, tried to fake a backhanded pass, and then sent it far side to a wide open Griffin Turner who had all the real estate in the world to rip one by Pat Ryan.
The duo that is Griffin Turner and Gerard Kane, simply what makes this Hofstra Pride team go from good to great. Gerard Kane putting up 23 goals and 15 assists last season. So it's safe to say that these 2 players are coming in hot.
Face off, Patterson right away with it, will win it. Takes it down the center, Patterson shoots it, and it's off the stick of Ryan. It might have just hit the ground. I thought Ryan got a piece of it. Hofstra wins the race, they'll slow it back down. What a start there from Hofstra in this second quarter, with a couple big opportunities for them. Shots on goal are 6-5 Navy after the first quarter, after the last goal by Griffin Turner. 3 saves for Ryan, 1 for Gates. Here is Turner with it near side alley. Turner takes it behind the net. Now to the far side, now back to Turner. 50 going the shot clock. Turner with the left-handed stick cutting around. Turner shoots and scores! 2 in a row for Griffin Turner. It's 5-3 with 13:52 left to go in the second quarter.
What a strong impact that this underclassman is having. As you mentioned, he's a sophomore, and he does not let that age in any way change the character that he has on the pitch. He is in there fearless. He's in there shooting every shot he can, and he's clearly making an impact, cutting this deficit that was moments ago 5-1. Now it's 5-3.
So now the Pride cut the lead from 4-2 right in half, and let's see if they can do it again. Patterson right away wins the draw again. It will come down the center. Patterson to the far side with the pass to Madsen. Madsen outside got the touch, and now it's 73 to go in the shot clock. Hofstra will slow it down and try to ready it to go. It's Corey Kale, the number 27 jersey for Corey Kale. Gerard Kane behind the net. It's back with Ryan Woodland. Woodland working on his man, just holding on to it at X. Woodland will now go to the right hand. Goes to the right side, now far side now. Back with it. Here is Rory Jones. Near side, Gerard Kane playing the outside of the perimeter. Gerard Kane trying to bulldoze his way through. Kane cutting around. Pass over the middle. Played there by Madsen. Back to center, Rory Jones. 13:05 to go. Rory Jones, left-handed pass, or rather right-handed pass, correction, to Ryan Woodland. Woodland behind the net, now cuts around the left-handed side. Woodland, into the middle, looking for the pass. Good defense by Navy, but Hofstra, who has had most of the possession here, a shot there by Madsen sent wide. The race won by Hofstra. We picked up here by Ryan Woodland with 18 seconds to go on this shot clock. See what they set up here. It's Trevor Natalie. Now the far side here is Turner. Back with it. Turner trying to get something quick here. 5 to go to the shot clock. Underhanded shot, score! It's Rory Jones, and it's now 5-4 with 12:34 to go in the second.
This looks like a completely different Hofstra Pride than we saw in the previous period. It's like they couldn't get to the offensive side now, and now it's like the offensive side is truly not just their real estate, their property.
Yeah.
They just keep winning these face-offs, and those face-off victories translate directly into goals in record timing too.
And there is a timeout called on the field by Navy, and they'll use both of their timeouts in the first 17 minutes of this game, for the first half, that is. So now the teams will talk it over. We'll stay here, of course, as, well, Michelle, this is a completely different looking Hofstra team from the first quarter. They've really dominated possession throughout this game, but the job they've done getting shots and now beating Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan came into this game with a goals against average of just under 4, which is insane for lacrosse, considering that average, lacrosse goals against average are, around 10, 12, 11, as teams are now just continuing to talk it over with Dave Matthews Band playing in the background. Love that. Mm-hmm. But really impressive. Hofstra get some goals here, and now defensively they need to step it up. They need to stop some of these guys. They've done a nice job of stopping Skolniak from getting any shots on goal, but the other guys who are scoring, Toker and Arline, who have all 5 of the goals, Toker with 3, Arline with 2. Skolniak only has an assist, has 2 shots, but really important they keep him off the scoreboard from scoring any goals. But another big thing about this second quarter so far, Michelle, has been the face-off X, and how Chase Patterson's come out with 3 face-off wins to start the quarter.
Yeah, and they've pretty much been, one right after the other.
Yeah.
It's like the ball is rolling, and then it keeps on rolling. And then the immediate effect of that ball that is rolling and keeps on rolling translated directly onto the scoreboard we have so nicely to our right.
Yeah. Well, this is a really good Navy team. Coming into this game, people saying, all right, they're a good team. They're getting votes. They're 19th in the Nike poll, but they're receiving votes in the major polls. First, second team out of those major polls inside lacrosse and the USILA. So they're a very good lacrosse team. Now, Hofstra, face-off change here for Navy. They're going to have Colin Shadowins, taking the face-off, a freshman from Severnum Park, Maryland, on the X for Navy. So they have put Gabriel on the bench for now. Face-off here as it's Shadowins and Patterson. This one stuck up away by Hofstra. Great job by DeSanti. DeSanti coming in over center. DeSanti shoots, saved by Ryan. Rebound in front, underhanded, stopped by Ryan off of John Madsen. There's a whistle blown. It will stay with Hofstra, however. One referee is pointing towards, and now it goes to Navy. The referee was pointing towards the stadium with Hofstra, but now it goes to Navy. With 12:22 to go, couple huge opportunities for the Hofstra Pride off of the face-off there, as it was the long stick midfielder Danny DeSanti with a great shot and almost underhanded in by Ryan Sheridan off the rebound. But now Navy gets their first offensive chance of the quarter here, only 3 minutes in. To the far side here is Arline. Arline has it. Gets a man coming over. Arline to the far side. Working on Ford. Gets it to the left-handed stick off the pick set. Now, pass by Arline is a little bit too under of Dane Swanson, and the Pride will get it. So, a lucky defensive stand maybe for Hofstra, or just good pass protection. Maybe it's both for the Pride, and they will take it over the center line. Getting it over for Hofstra, there is Ford. And make a pass inside the box for Madsen on the far side. At the far side Hofstra logo, Madsen to the behind the net now. Here is Woodland. Ryan Woodland with 56 to go in the shot clock. 11:22 to go in this second quarter. And they're down by 1 with 3 unanswered goals for the Pride at the start of this second quarter. Turner Jones with the goals for Hofstra recently. Now here is Woodland. Woodland now working his man, posting it up. Woodland now top center. Back with it here is Turner, or rather Jones. Rory Jones slips by his man. Gets a pass over for Sykes. Sykes working it around. Sykes passed in front, looking for Jones, and he's taken down in front. And good defensive play there by Navy, and it was by Lacalzi. Midshipmen have it over. Arline slows it down. It almost had a quick lane to the net. Arline, good defensive play by the Pride. It got it off of his stick. That was by number 44, John Recker. Now back with it for Navy. It's Jarris. Arline, now to the top center. It's Swanson. Dane Swanson and over. Swanson, far side for Skolniak. Skolniak with the left-handed coming it over. Skolniak a shot, and it's sent wide. And by the way, with Skolniak's assist in this one, that gives him 32 straight games with a point for Navy, which is an insane stat.
Absolutely. Talk about a consistent and hardworking player. We see this all across.
Got it right here.
Yeah.
Skolniak cuts around his man with a spin move. Played it back far side. Shot. Mac Gates with the save. Paul is still free, and it will be picked up on the far side by Richie Hickes. Hickes over the line will squeak by his defender and now make the pass over to Madsen. Madsen gets the touch. Near side, Gerard Kane. Kane with 2 goals last week against Merrimack. Hofstra started out really slow against Merrimack and scored a lot late in that fourth quarter up in North Andover, Massachusetts.
It looks like a lot has been learned and changed since then, because this is a completely different team. This is
the second quarter, especially.
Yeah, this is looking like the fourth quarter Hofstra from Merrimack right now.
Justin Sykes cutting in, has a wide open lane, shoots it, and it's bounced over the net. I'm not sure if Ryan got a piece of that one. The bounce made it look like he did, but it might have not.
It looked like it arced up a little bit.
Hofstra still has it on the far side with Woodland. Ryan Woodland with it. 3 goals unanswered for Hofstra. Woodland off the pick set. Now cuts and shoots. Saved by Ryan. Tried to go high, but the ball is poked away, and it's loose at center, and Navy will come back with it. Over the line is Haley. Near side, Arline. Arline on Ford. Turn around. Has a wide open man and down low. There is Jarris. Jarris back to Arline. The reset. Now over the middle, a shot, score! Mac Haley was left wide open in front, about 10 yards out, down the center, and low to high that time, Michelle, by Mac Yates. Breaks the Hofstra run. It's 6-4 Navy with 8:29 left to go in the second quarter.
What can I say? The Hofstra Pride put up a very valiant defensive effort trying to block whoever had the ball at the time in between those speedy possessions. But once it got to the center of that arc, and especially considering how wide open, it was simply too little too late to react.
So face off back at center. They will stick with the man out there, Patterson, for Hofstra, and it will still be the freshman Shadowins, and This one, loose ball foul, Hofstra ball. So Patterson gets the win right back off the faceoff. Madsen far side. John Madsen got the pass up top to Ryan Sheridan. Sheridan has it. Stepping over the line here is Trevor Natalie. Really liked what they saw for him last week for Trevor Natalie. Redshirt freshman now cutting it over. Here is Matt Elder. Elder, far side, Natalie. Down low, Kane a shot, and it's sent wide. Back to Hofstra.
That was a valiant effort.
Great effort.
I'm going to keep saying that again and again by Kane, trying to, neutralize Navy's offensive threats, trying to cut through their defense left and right.
It was sent wide. Another shot that's sent wide there by Woodland.
Actually, it looked like it went just behind the net.
Yeah, Ryan Woodland from Farmingdale, New York, right down the road here.
What were you saying about a big lacrosse community here on Long Island?
Absolutely. With it here is Natalie. Trevor Natalie. With it behind the net. Well, you've seen a lot more lacrosse players coming from states like Florida and Texas we're seeing on this roster here. Mm-hmm. Natalie being one of those from Florida. Comes out in front. Gets it stolen away from him. Ball is still loose. And it's picked up there by Flaherty. And now a foul called. It will be against Navy. And back to Hofstra. Correction, not Flaherty. That was Lacalzi. Pride back with it. They'll slow it up. They have a fresh 80-second shot clock with it now. They have controlled possession here for most of this game. Woodland. Quick little screen set by Kane. He's directed behind the net. Woodland with a man on him. Stick check there coming from Norton. There's Woodland. Cutting around. Fakes the shot. Now far side. A shot there. Stopped by Ryan. It was stopped by Ryan. And it was shot there by Ryan Sheridan. Now Kane. Trying to come with speed, trying to bulldoze his way through again. Backhanded pass, now fake the pass to Natalie. It's stopped by Ryan again. He faked it again on that backhanded pass, and Natalie was on the doorstep for the quick stick on the near post, and it stopped by the goalkeeper, Ryan. Back comes Navy here. It's Kyle Fairbanks. Ryan to the far side with Lacalzi. It's Henry Rentz. To middle, here is Skalniak. Skalniak, far side with a right-handed stick. Will now still have it against his defender here. Skalniak behind the net. To the near side, passed for Hewitt. Max Hewitt at X, now cut around on the far side. Faked it up, slowed it back down, looking for a pass over the middle. Broken up by Ford with 6 minutes left to go. Down by 2, 6-4 Navy. Hofstra will get a clear going here. Far side, it's with Tim Hegarty. Quick little pass to Corey Kale. Kale gets it over the line. So it's Corey Kale. And there's going to be a timeout called here by Seth Tierney with 5:44 left to go in the second quarter. And they're down by 2. Playing some very good lacrosse right now, but Ryan has made... Pat Ryan has made some very good saves for Navy.
Absolutely. He's really keeping it locked, making it difficult for Hofstra to score. No matter how in his face the Hofstra Pride are, he's still showing how much of a nightmare he can be as a goaltender. He has some solid goaltending skills. He's there fast. He's instinctual. Yeah. He's just lightning quick, and it is difficult objectively to beat a goalie that's almost as if he can read your mind, knows where you're going, and is able to block it.
So Hofstra called timeout. Shots on goal 11-7 in favor of the Pride. Ryan with 7 saves so far. One of the premier goalkeepers in the country. We've seen a lot here the last couple years here at Hofstra. But there'll be no more premier matchup at this stadium this year than on March 14th when the Syracuse Orange come to town here at Stewart Stadium.
Christian, that's over a month away.
It is over a month away, but it's such a big deal that Syracuse is coming here. You cannot wait for it to happen. Of course, their head coach is probably the greatest of all time in the sport in Gary Gate. So I should mention that.
No bias there at all. None at all.
Not at all. But it's going to be fun. But right now for the Pride, it's the Navy midshipmen who are in town, and that's who they have to play today, and that's who they have to try to defeat here.
And they're bringing quite an incredible game here to Hofstra. They're not making it easy for the Pride in their own home, putting it lightly.
Not at all. Woodland has it on, or rather on the far side, actually starts with Elder. Elder finds Ardrey at center. The big H at center field. Ardrey with the left-handed stick, cutting around. Fakes the pass, or rather gets the pass off to the far side to Elder. Elder has it behind the net. Matt Elder still with it. Now with the X, now Casey with the right-handed stick. Elder flips it, send it in front. Shot by Kane, and it is stopped in front. And it'll come away with Navy. Good job by the midshipman defense to stop Gerard Kane right on his doorstep. And it'll be the midshipman over the center line. Jackson Peters, wide open shot, scores! Left all that space for him. He scores at 7-4 with 4:56 left to go in the second quarter.
That was a tough combination of two things. Just as Hofstra was right on the doorstep of Pat Ryan, like he almost could have had that shot, and it was a matter of just coordinating a little bit more seamlessly. Maybe it's the cold weather that's leaving them rusty, or maybe they're just still coming off of that tough loss. I don't know, but it was just a little bit more oomph, for lack of a better word, and that could have been not just a shot on goal, but a goal.
Gabriel back at the center X for Navy. He'll go against, of course, Patterson for the Pride. Chase Patterson will now kick it away to his teammate there, Corey Kale. Kale will now slow it to Gerard Kane. Kane off the pick set by Kale. Kane decides to play it back, fakes the flip pass though, as he was looking for Trey Parks. Kane over the center line to Sheridan, far side Parks. Parks, the freshman, behind the net now, will take it with his own stick. Trey Parks.
Rocking the double zeros.
Coming around to the far side. Parks fakes the pass. Now top center Ardrey. Sterling Ardrey. Down the right wing. Behind the net. Kept in there by Madsen. He was awfully close to the line. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Hofstra down by 3. 7-4 Navy. Madsen underhanded, fired one wide. Kane is there. 23 to go in the shot clock. They're going to have to find something here quick. Gerard Kane. Off the pick there by Parks. To the far side. Here is Madsen. Madsen sent across. It's off of Navy's stick, they're going to say. And it will stay with Hofstra with 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here is Ardrey. Cutting behind the net. Sterling Ardrey got to hurry here. Shoots it. And it's stopped there. And the shot clock ran out anyway with 3:31 left to go. And it'll be Ryan.
Props to the Navy defense for pushing Hofstra to its limits. Pushing them to, just like we see in basketball pretty regularly, run out on the shot clock too.
Coming over the middle here for Navy. Back here is a pass for Skolniak. Skolniak at top center. Slows it down. They'll get a change here. Skolniak passes over to Swanson. Swanson to Hewitt in the near side. Right near center line. 2:57 left to go, rather. Now the far side, Skolniak. Skolniak with the ball there. Correction. Oh, a little swim move there. Send it in front. Now a chance for Jarris. A shot sent wide. It will stay with Navy as closest to the line there was Haley. And a lot, and Michelle, we've seen a couple times here, Hofstra with some defensive breakdowns down low. Now here is R-Line. R-Line with it. Has it, will take it down in front, sent across there. Chance, and Hofstra comes away with it, but there's a flag called. That's going to go on the hit by Ford, as going down was Hewitt. So Ford will go will take a penalty correction, and Navy will go man up here with 2:27 left to go. 7-4 in the second quarter. The midshipmen lead. They they've had a couple goals here late, 3-0 run of their own, since Hofstra started the quarter with a 3-0 run to start the quarter, as Hewitt, being helped up, will go off the field under his own power, which is very good to see. But it'll be a man-up situation here for Navy, and we'll see what the penalties here are for this one.
It's looking like that strong Hofstra pride that I was talking about just moments ago now feels nowhere to be found.
So see what the penalties here. They'll call against Ford. Head contact, 1 minute locked in. So we have a 1 minute man-up advantage for Navy, and they can score as many times as they want because it is a non-releasable penalty against Tom Ford. So Navy now has the man-up advantage for the entire minute. At 2:27 left to go in this second quarter. And it will be played over to Hewitt, who's back on the field. Very good to see. Far side, Skolniak passed it over to Tolker. Tolker back to Skolniak. Fake the flip there. Hewitt back to Skolniak. 40 to go on the penalty. 40 to go on the shot clock. Penalty and shot clock are the same. Now on the far side, stopped there by Gates as he broke up the pass. Gates with it in his own end. Got it over the line. And now cutting with it is Dalton Seas. Flipped it right back to Corey Kale. And Hofstra now can just kill this penalty. Far side now, behind the net, it's Madsen. Madsen working on his man. 5 seconds to go on the penalty to Ford. And Hofstra with a great job stopping the penalty, or rather stopping the man-up advantage for Navy. And now the Pride will have an offense here. 40 seconds to go, rather 38 seconds to go on the shot clock. Far side, it's with Griffin Turner. Turner behind the net. Has Peters on him. Peters has a goal in this one. Here's Turner. He's got 2 as well. Turner passed it over. Madsen, top center, Rory Jones. Jones poked off his stick. It will go out of play, and it will be Navy ball as a great defensive effort by the midshipman defense.
This is just getting increasingly more difficult for the Hofstra Pride to score once again, because no matter how many drives, so to speak, they have towards the offensive net, the Navy defensemen are just simply too much. They're able to regroup at lightning speed, and it's not what Hofstra wants in order to close that scoring gap, as it is about 30 seconds from the end of this first half.
7-4 Navy at 25 seconds left to go in the second. They have it. R-line. To the X rather, Matt Haley. Haley now with the right-handed stick. Will cut, will stop off of Kale. Now coming around with the left-handed. Trying to get a pass over center. It's stopped, and the Pride will come the other way, but there's a flag down, and it's going to go against Hofstra with 10.5 seconds left to go. And it's going to go against Blake Cooling, the freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Hofstra team. And we'll see what the call is. Interference, 30-second penalty. So, man up for 30 seconds, which could carry over to the second half. Will be 20 seconds left if they get there, because there's 10.5 left to go here in the the second quarter. Correction. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I never knew you were this much of a lacrosse fan. All right.
I played it for 10 years.
I knew that. I actually really only knew that about 30 minutes before the broadcast. But
Max Hewitt will have it. And actually, it's going to be Skolniak on the far side with it. They're just going to let it hold. They'll hold on to the ball, and they'll have possession of the ball at the start of the third quarter. 7-4, Navy leads Hofstra after 2 quarters of play. We'll now send it back into our WRHU studios for Amelia Bashy and Dylan Roskowensky. You're listening to Hofstra Pride Men's Lacrosse on WRHU and on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. Take their chances to get to to go on the offense.
it has been proven almost scientifically how difficult it is to stop them. They're in there, they're lightning fast, and so once they're there, it's really hard to stop them. It's almost like a train wreck.
For Hofstra, this is the second meeting against Navy this century, actually, as the last time they played before last year was back in 1999 in the NCAA tournament. And now, last year, of course, they met 13-6 win for Navy, but this is a game that Hofstra would love to get the win here. Navy all-time leads the series 14-6 all-time, and now Hofstra down by 3. Maybe they'll have that start they had in the second quarter, rather, the first 5 minutes of that, as they'll go right to left this quarter.
Maybe, and that reminds me back onto my point about the offense, that if they could have that same spark that they had in the beginning of the second quarter that we saw, they might have a fighting chance. It was a seamless connection from face-off to getting to finding the back of the net. It was the shortest possible distance from point A to point B, and it worked like repeatedly.
So Navy will have possession here to start the second half as they held onto the ball by once the clock hit 0, because there's a penalty here. So 20 seconds ago on the penalty to Blake Cooling. It was a 30-second penalty. So only 20 to go on it. Navy will have the ball for 50 seconds on the shot clock as they'll start this second half. Actually, no, it's going to be back to 80. Sorry, the shot clock is set at 50 currently, but it's going to be back to 80. And now it will be started with number 9, Mac Haley, who's got a goal for Navy. Shots on goal, 12-8 in favor of Hofstra, with Ryan making 7 saves. Correction, 8 saves. So now they'll start it up here on the man advantage. Top center, it's with Hewitt, near side, lost there off the stick of Skolniak, and Tom Ford with the loose ball. But now his pass goes over the head of his teammate there in Oaks, and it's going to be back with Navy. So sloppy play, penalty does end, but now will be the midshipman with it. Skolniak, far side, cutting down, pass over the middle. Chance, it's good, defended away by the Pride. Getting a piece of that was Wrecker, and now Ford in over the line. Ford will pass it far side to Gerard Kane off the pick set by Ford. Kane coming in with it. Will now look for his options, has 2 on him, and he will now battle here with number 33 in Nick Lacalzi. Kane coming and shoots. Save there made by actually a new goalkeeper for Navy. It's going to be Dan Daly. So Dan Daly, the new goalkeeper for Navy, they'll make the change here, and Dan Daly makes the save.
I've definitely seen him have a good chunk of the minutes according to the score sheet or the stat
Shot
sheet.
and score. Sorry to break that up, Michelle, as Navy scores. Jackson Peters with his second of the game.
You know, I could keep talking about the subbed-in Navy goalie, but I don't think that comes anywhere near as close as that incredibly expeditious goal.
Very nice shot there by Peters, low to high. 8-4 with 13:47 left to go in this third quarter. Patterson on the faceoff. He's going to go against, looks like, is that Lobosco? It's Hammond. It's going to be Nate Hammond. Two numbers in the 50s that have faceoff. It's Nate Hammond. Patterson wins it. Hammond got the piece of it early, but Patterson gets it. Dropped it, picks it right back up. Will slow it down into the far side for Gerard Kane. Kane played it over. Here is Woodland. Hofstra slows it. Top center. At the Hofstra logo, it's Griffin Turner. He'll walk it over the line. And Turner with it. Far side Woodland. 13:20 left to go, down by 4. Kane, near side Madsen. John Madsen has it, now trying to run with the legs here. Madsen with the left-handed stick. Flips his sides, back with the left arm on the right side. Switches to the right stick, now to Kane. Kane has it at X. No one on him. Quick pass off to Madsen. Kane slips and fills, but Madsen doesn't find him back. Madsen back to the near side. Trying to jump shot. Faked it. Got it over to Jones with 24 to go on the shot clock. Madsen cutting around. Still has a man to work on. Tries to swim move. Still has the ball. Shoots it. And a save there by Daly. He'll get a piece of it. And the shot clock resets at 60. So Dan Daly coming a little busy here coming into this one. Native of Wayne, New Jersey, went to Wayne Hills High School. Hofstra with it. On the far side here is Griffin Turner. Turner cutting around, trying to fake a pass. Turner back with it. Near side, Madsen. Madsen now to the center. Looking for his options to try to find a shooting lane. Madsen with a right-handed stick. Shoots and scores! John Madsen! And it's now an 8-5 game with 12:17 left to go in the third quarter as he was falling down to his knees and put home a shot under Daly.
That's exactly the kind of offense that I was talking about earlier, right before face-off. If they can get close enough to the Navy goal, if they can just push and keep pushing and clawing away without giving up, they might have a fighting chance. This is exactly what Hofstra needs to get this, into at least a stalemate.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. When you think about it, for this Hofstra Pride team, now they need to pick up a couple more goals. And by the way, I was going to mention this, actually, I'll get to that point in just a second. Patterson, off the face-off, gets it over the restraining line, will set it back up to Corey Kale. Corey Kale, as Hofstra gets a couple changes, off of Kane and out, and I was going to mention, massive upset in the sport of college lacrosse right now. Jacksonville defeating Duke 13-12 today.
That is quite an upset.
That is a big upset. John Galloway's squad. But back here in Hempstead, the Pride looking to have their own upset in their own head, in their own home field correction. Coming down here is number 32, Jack Flaherty. Back with it is Evan Conway. Or correction, nope, that is Mac Haley. 9-3 looks similar. High pass, R-line. Back with it, R-line. Now the far side. It is with Skolniak, near side. Skolniak cutting it over. Skolniak, flag going to be called here against the Pride. Now coming in a chance here for Navy, as it was Tolker. Back to Skolniak. Skolniak cutting around, shoot, save made by Gates. And the whistle will come as there's going to be a flag against the Pride.
I believe it was Kolniak who looked like he almost bodied a player, like a football-esque tackle, nearly.
DeSanti will get a minute slashing call, and it will be a 1-minute man advantage for the Navy midshipmen.
Things that the Hofstra Pride wants to hear, not that.
Navy 1 for 3 on extra man opportunities today.
Okay, actually, when you give me that stat, okay, yeah, that's a fair
But
point.
Hofstra 0 for 3. I thought they had one. Now,
Still tough.
Still tough. Sending around here is Navy. R-line behind the net. R-line. Now has a wide open lane. Shoots. Scores! And he's hit into the crease after and will warrant another foul against the Pride. And it's now 9-5. And Xavier R-line has his third goal of the game.
That's two different players with hat tricks today for Navy.
So we'll see what the penalty is here against the Pride coming after that. He was hit hard. I didn't see who did it. But there will be still a penalty against the Pride. So the first one is cleared off the board. As R-line scores his 5th of the season, 3rd of the game. Of course, Navy, this is their 3rd game of the year. Played more games than anyone in the country currently. Of course, only 2 weekends of lacrosse so far.
Unfortunately, only 2.
But they played Mount St. Mary's a week ago and Queens. There was no penalty here against the Pride. It gets erased off the board. Played against Mount St. Mary's, and then they played against Queens University in Queens University's first Division I game. One of 2 new Division I teams this year. Them and Lindenwood University, who will be down at LIU next week, I was told. So carried over the line there by Nate Hammond. 9-5 Navy. Hofstra now trailing again by 4, as they did at the end of the half. For Pride, that was their first goal since early in the second quarter. But now, here with speed, here is Hauser, broken up, and the Pride will come away with it. It's Recker who made the pass back to Matt Gates. Gates to Hegarty. Over. Justin Sykes. Oakville, Ontario native Sykes. Takes it behind the net. Now around for Gerard Kane. Looped over. Griffin Turner. Near side, Rory Jones. Jones. Trying to get it around. He's slowed up. Found it right back there to Madsen. Madsen. Back again. Hofstra looking for their opportunities. There's 35 to go in the shot clock here. Jones being shut down nicely here by the Navy defense with Norton on him. Behind the net, it's Kane trying to bulldoze his way in again. Gerard Kane. Turnaround shot, score! Nice shot by Gerard Kane to post him up and switches his hands and puts it by Daly. It's now 9-6 with 9:19 to go in the third quarter in favor of Navy.
That was some incredible situational awareness from Gerard Kane. Still aware that not only did he have a couple of Navy defenders right behind him and around him, but he still had a completely clear understanding of where that goal was, and in order to maximize his ability to get the ball to the back of the net. And I do want to give a quick little update considering how much sports we have going on. Thanks to our friend and engineer Ian Benke today. He reminded me that Hofstra is currently up 57-35 against Monmouth when it comes to men's basketball. You can catch that on the Hawk with our good friends Max Milstein and Gabriel Zoda.
Stay hot, Hofstra Pride in men's basketball. Great win there by Patterson. Coming in over is Kale. He's got a lane, but he's got to slow it down. Far side to Kane. Behind the net, Woodwin. Woodwin off the pick set by Kane. Kane who goes down off that pick. Back to Kale. Over the line, Griffin Turner. Of course, women's lacrosse also winning before this game as well. Very nice win for them.
14-6 for the season opener.
Great win for head coach Shannon Smith.
Absolutely.
Behind the net at X, Kane. Now on that far side, trying to wrap it around Kane, posting it up. Can he do the same move again? No, he had two on him. Turner dropped the ball on the bounce pass. Tough play to make. Turner now has speed, but now loses it with 35 to go to shot clock. He'll reset, though. Back to Woodwin. Near side, Jones. Jones, down low. It's Madsen. Oh, he caught his defenseman off guard. Madsen shoots. Sent wide. So the Pride have it. I think he was trying to call a play, and he caught his defenseman off guard, who was going to go step away from it, and went back towards the cage. Here's Gerard Kane. Whistle blown. Gerard Kane now with it. Trying to slip and screen. Gets it to Madsen. Madsen with a man on him. Madsen cutting around. Turn around, no. Madsen. Was that a shot?
I think.
That is a shot. Yes, they will call it a shot. I wasn't sure if it was a pass or a shot, but that is a shot, and they will have it here with 9 to go in the shot clock because they got to hurry. Now it's down to 6-5. Pride now with it. And they'll just throw it in the corner and give it to Navy. So, couldn't get anything on that offensive opportunity. 9-6 in favor of Navy with 7:45 left to go in this third quarter. Over the line, it's Henry Rentz. Was actually going to curl it back to Dan Daly. And now Daly back with it off the pass by Fairbanks. Daly over the middle, darted the pass to Peters. Peters with 2 goals. Far side, Arline. Arline has it. Waiting for his options with 45 to go on the shot clock. It's Swanson. Now near side, it's Evan Conway. Conway up top to Hewitt. Hewitt now has it. Max Hewitt. Now try to get it around the net. Hewitt near side. Pitch and catch there with Tolker. 20 to go on the shot clock. Now behind the net at X. Here is Haley cutting around. Mac Haley back up top looking for the shot there was Conway, and it's off his stick. And now the Pride will come the other way. Dalton sees. Trying to muscle his way to the line. He does. Got to get a touch soon, and they do. And the Pride have it with 70 going the shot clock. They get it to that line within the 10 seconds. So Pride get the changes going here as they'll set it all up. On the far side, it's Ryan Sheridan. Near side for Madsen. Up top, Ardrey. Ardrey makes a nice little move. Sterling Ardrey, quick pass, looking for his teammate there in Sheridan. Couldn't get it. Far side, it's Matt Elder. Elder to the right hand. Trying to switch it back. Still looks down. Has 25 to go on the shot clock. Matt Elder cutting around. Shoots! Save by Daly that might have hit the piece of the post. Coming the other way for Navy. It's Bonnets. Over the middle. A shot saved by Gates off the stick of Matt Haley. And Hofstra is going to get it. What a win on the race there by the Pride.
A nice little celebration from the Hofstra bench.
They love it, and they get the ball back.
Joy.
And that comes with the big save by Mac Gates. We've seen it so many times throughout his career. He's come up clutch with saves like that.
Oh, yeah.
Gates still with it, looking for his options. Gets it over the line to Turner. They got to get it into the box. Turner will evade a couple. And the Pride to get it now. Almost dropped there quickly by Madsen. Behind the net, Kane. 50 to go on the shot clock. Gerard Kane. Trying to cut around. Kane in front. It bounced over the net. Madsen trying to get it back quickly. Madsen coming around. Shoots. Saved by Daly. Rebound. Oh, and Daly made the save. Oh, my goodness. Dan Daly just robbed the goal.
What incredible coordination. And
it was Kane in front, and Daly took it out of midair. Now the other way, Skolniak. Quick pass, R-line, save by Gates. Multiple great saves by both keepers. Coming with it is Cooling, looking for Gates that gets away from him. They got to keep it in bounds, they do. But they got to get it over the line soon. It's Ford. They'll keep a man back. They get to cross the line. Quick pass for Turner. Pride had 3 back as it was. Turner. What action. 3:50 left to go in this third quarter. Far side. Here is Justin Sykes. Sykes with it for the Pride. We're now cut to his left. Off the pick by Kane. Sykes shoots. Blocked in front. Back to Kane. He still has to race for it. He gets it. It was blocked by a Navy defender on that shot by Justin Sykes. 27 to go on the shot clock. Here's Kane. Kane. Fake the backhanded pass again. Now shoots it. Scores! Gerard Kane does a little shimmy with it as well. It's 9-7 in favor of Navy with 3:15 left to go.
An incredibly valiant effort after quite a lengthy back and forth from both teams on this pitch, trying to get past this brick wall of a defense. Not even just the defense, but the goalie. It has been the goalies. It was the goalies in the first half. Now a change, but still a brick wall nonetheless. So getting past it is quite the celebration. Considering this is a number 19th ranked school in the Nike poll, I would say that the Hofstra Pride is doing an incredible job of trailing them just by 2 points.
It's going to be a face-off violation against Patterson, and Navy will now have it over the line with 3:10 left to go. It's picked up over by Swanson. On the far side, Dane Swanson with it. Was a little pitch and catch with Hewitt. Swanson has almost 2 on him. Far pass over. Now coming in is Skolniak to the far side. Good defense, and Gates jumps it up to stop the pass behind the net. And maybe the momentum is shifting to the Hofstra Pride. To the near side, it's gone with Hegarty. Finds Kale over the middle. Corey Kale gets it over the center line. Now takes it to the box. Kale has it poked away from him. Sykes is going to get to it. That one also poked away, but it gets it right back. At the big H in the center, there's Justin Sykes. Hofstra slows it down. 50 to go in the shot clock. Sykes has it here for Hofstra. To the far side, Matt Elder. Can he come up with some clutch goals here? He's done it before. Elder with Kane trying to set a pick. He does. Elder Back to Kane. Kane shoots, scores! And it's 9-8 in favor of Navy with 1:48 to go in the third. Another 3-0 goal run for the Pride.
This is exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
Right as we were coming back from halftime, on top of solidifying their defense, making it almost as brick wall-y as Navy.
Yeah.
The only thing that you need to do is find that same Hofstra that we saw in the second period that went on that incredibly strong and almost unbeatable, uncontested run. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. And what do we see as a result? A 1-goal difference.
1-goal difference. Now Patterson in the faceoff loses it to Nate Hammond, faceoff senior. And now the other way comes Army. Losing Oz in the crowd. Arline on the far side. He's been one of their best players in this game. Has Xavier Arline. 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. And it's 9-8 Navy in this one. The Pride have never led. They haven't led this season. Of course, it's only 2 games. Arline. Cutting around. Loop the pass over. Skolniak. Right hand shoot. Gates with the save. Stopping one of the nation's best scorers.
That's an incredible feat for Gates.
Yeah. Now here is Hegarty. To the far side. Pride have it. They get it over the line by Cooling, and they will say no, they did not in time. And it will be violation against the Pride. 10-second violation against the Pride. Did not get it over in time. Here's Arline shot, and Gates with the save again. And Mac Gates is dialed. Cutting in with it is Chris Berry. East Meadow native. Gets hit by 2. Still has to get it over the line. He does. And now Pride have it here with 35 to go in the third. Shot clock basically turned off, kind of. Even though it's still rolling. But it doesn't matter. The game clock is all that matters right now in this third quarter. Justin Sykes. Sykes down on the right wing. Trying to bounce a shot off a Daly's stick. It's still loose in front. And there's going to be a whistle here. Interference against the Pride. Or a loose ball foul against the Pride, correction. And Navy now look to go the whole length of the field here with 16.3 left to go. They'll start with it in their far side now. Back to center. It's Peters. Peters, good defensive play there by Kale. Ball still free. Coming away from the Pride. Here is Richie Hickes. Long shot bounced up. And it's stopped by Daly. And that'll do it for the third quarter. 9-8 lead for Navy here from the Stewart Stadium after 3 quarters of play. You're listening to Hofstra Pride Men's Lacrosse here on the Hofstra on Flow Sports, presented by WRHU.
Get closer.
Transfer to Hofstra University for a dynamic college experience. Shape your own educational and career path by choosing from over 165 undergraduate programs in a variety of disciplines. Connect with the world through experiential learning, including internship opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Work in cutting-edge facilities and research labs. Attend a virtual transfer event to find out how you can be part of the Hofstra Pride.
Hofstra Hillel means to me family.
Community opportunities.
People.
A home away from home.
Tradition. Connections.
Religion.
Friendship.
For 75 years, Hofstra Hillel, the Center for Jewish Life on campus, has been serving the Hofstra community. Thousands of students of all backgrounds have participated in our weekly classes, travel programs, service projects, and holiday celebrations. Especially now, when students need us most, please support Hofstra Hillel. Go to hofstrahillel.org.
And we're back here at James M. Stewart Stadium here on Flow Sports, presented by WRHU. It's the Hofstra Pride trailing Navy by a score of 9-8. Here, heading into the fourth quarter. Michelle, it's been a lot of fun in this game.
This has been one of the most exciting lacrosse matchups I've seen in a long time. It has been a joy to be here. So it's been a joy to be here alongside you, Christian.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Face off Patterson. Trying to get by his man. Still loose at center. Almost dug up. There's going to be a loose ball foul called against Navy. And it'll be Hofstra ball. DeSanti drops it for Corey Kale. Kale to Griffin Turner, who comes on the field. 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's Justin Sykes. Now it's Gerard Kane. Kane in over to the far side for Jones. Fires, one scores, and we're tied! Rory Jones ties this game at 9 with 14:26 to go in the fourth.
And you could see the excitement. You could feel it all
You
the
can
way.
hear it.
Oh, I could definitely hear it even through my headset. But you could even feel it from 4 stories up here in the press box. How much excitement is going through this entire Hofstra lineup, jumping, hugging, and cheering with joy that they are tied with a ranked team, ranked number 19 in the Nike poll.
Yeah, ranked team there, unranked, rather receiving votes in every other poll. This is a top 25 team in the country. I know they do the top 20 for the ratings, but a real top 25 team in NCAA lacrosse. As Rory Jones' 4th goal of the year face-off is going to be kicked ahead. Patterson wins. 4th goal of the year, that's an assist to Gerard Kane.
Incredible.
To the near side it goes for Hofstra. It's going to be Ryan Woodland. Up top, Griffin Turner. Turner has it. Now the far side. Madsen back to Turner. Near side with the Hofstra pride, it's Justin Sykes. Leaves it for Gerard Kane. Kane coming around to the far side. Rory Jones, can he do it again? Sends it wide on the near side post. Hofstra wins the race. It's Justin Sykes with it. Sykes, the Oakville, Ontario native, will have it for the pride. Senior. Near side alley. And now here's Sykes. Trying to curl his way around. Justin Sykes looking right back. Now the far side, Rory Jones. Jones behind the net. Trying to set it up here is Kane. Kane has no one up. Now tries to bull rush him in. Comes down low. Shot. And a save by Daly. So I guess Navy changing the goalkeepers. Daly in goal now. Kind of a set plan as well. But now a chance the other way for the midshipmen. Coming down low. Arline. Saved by Gates. Still behind the net. And now the midshipmen will start it up. It's Mac Haley far side. Haley. Now to the near side. It's Arline. Xavier Arline flips it over. Long stretch pass. A shot. And they score. It's Dane Swanson. And that gives Navy back the lead 10-9 with 12:48 to go in the fourth quarter.
Okay, there's still ample time to, for this Hofstra Pride team to kind of even out the score and maybe come out here with a W. But you know what I've noticed lately?
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that those face-offs are becoming more and more difficult for Hofstra because I think they started catching on. Face-off, okay, it sounds very simple, but face-off victory equals higher chance of scoring. And so they're making it incredibly more difficult for Chase Peterson to come out of Patterson. Thank you.
Chase Patterson in the face-off and loses it here to Nate Hammond. Nate Hammond will have it. Pass it off to Arline. 10-9 lead for Navy. 12:35 left to go. Still lots of time left. And the way Hofstra plays at the end of the last quarter and the momentum shifting their way. Up top, it's Dane Swanson just scored the go-ahead goal for Navy. It's Arline with a hat trick. Arline left wide open. Hofstra's defense really tightened up here in the second half, Michelle. Far side, Skolniak. Still doesn't have a goal in this one. They've really shut him down. Skolniak, nice little swim move behind the net for Mac Haley. Now up top. Played past, then it's going to go off the stick of Haley. Will he keep it in play? And he does not as he steps out of bounds, and the Pride will have it. With 11:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. So the Pride now will carry it over. Tom Ford for the quick pass. Still weighing his options to Mac Gates. It's a man ranging over. It's going to be Sheridan. Stops it. Kane fakes the pass. Kane still good with the stick skills. Sheridan with a man coming on. The Pride did get in. 55 to go in the shot clock. 11:28 to go. Here's Ardrey. Sterling Ardrey. Also has Matt Elder out there as well. Near side, Sheridan. To Kane. 37 to go on the shot clock. Gerard Kane fakes the slip pass. Kane gets right back trying to bull rush. Backhanded pass. It's sent wide, and it will go out of play and to Navy as it was a pass. Almost had a man right in front and possible chance to tie it back up. Back on the far side, it's going to be Henry Tolker. Or correction, that is Kyle Fairbanks. This one dropped in center, though. Bride Tolker still up in the air, and DeSanti will come away with it. Pride have enough over. Ardrey has a possible chance the other way. Sterling Ardrey in over the line. We'll roll it up. Far side, Hofstra will go in the far side as far as that alley. Sheridan will slow it. Kane back on the field. Ardrey gets over to Matt Elder. Elder back to Ardrey. 55 on the shot clock. Sterling Ardrey off a pick by Elder. Will now keep it himself. Trying to roll towards the cage. Back up top to Matt Elder. You can see the sun is starting to set in over that net. It could be hard for Hofstra to see some stuff here. Ardrey, long shot, saved by Daly. There will be shade coming in on top of Mac Gates, rolling in at the end of this fourth quarter as a long pass sent across here to Fairbanks on the far side, still in their own restraining line for Navy. And Skolniak has it. 9:39 left to go. 10-9 Navy lead. They're trying to hold on and get some more insurance. Can they do it? Skolniak off the pick sets. Has a wide open lane. Trying to be stopped here by DeSanti. They really put him on top of him. Kale is now on here. Rents. Or correction, Hewitt. Now here is Arline. Arline, jump shot, save there by Gates. Ball is still loose. Arline gets it back. Backhanded pass will go off of the stick and out of play of Max Hewitt. And just over 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And Tom Ford will pick it up and carry it up to center. Over his own restraining line. Back to Mac Gates. Far side for Blake Cooling. Cooling in over the line. Hofstra has 3, and it's turned over by Kale. And Gates has got to get back in goal. Chance the other way for Navy. Rolled up a shot, and they score. A sloppy play by the Pride, and Henry Tolker makes it 11-9.
Sloppy play is probably the best way to put that, because that was just ill timing and less than perfect coordination. Definitely not the same Hofstra Pride that we saw in the second quarter.
Second quarter and the end of the third quarter too, Michelle, when they made that late comeback for them. But still a lot of time, 8:45. Lacrosse goals can come in bunches when you think about it, and no doubt here today.
So true.
Lots of time left. Navy really has shifted things with Nate Hammond on the face-off now. They did start with Gabriel, but now Hammond has really taken over the spot there. Still Chase Patterson for the Pride, who really came in towards the end of the year, and Patterson still flips it up in the air, still loose, and it's going to be with the midshipman. Rolling away is number 37, Sean Gallagher. Roll pass there from Daly. Tolker's 8th of the season, and it's his 4th of the game, that goal for Tolker, with assist to Skolniak. His 3rd assist of the season for Skolniak. Big shooter, and he has it right here. Skolniak looking for the first goal of the game for him. Gets it behind for our line. Back to Skolniak, near side Hofstra logo. Navy going right to left in the fourth quarter. Hofstra going right to left. Skolniak still has it. Trying to find his options. Here's a shot, and I think it hit the bar. And it will stay with Navy. And now, far behind the net, here is our line. Here is our line, sent it in front. Backhand shot, Gates the save. Ball still in the crease, gets it right back.
Incredibly valiant save.
Yeah.
A little acrobatic back-breaking work to get the ball from around behind the net, but he made it work. Beautiful save, truly.
Great save by Gates. Now he has it over. Trying to look, turned it over. He was trying to find Turner, and it was picked off by Mac Haley, and Navy gets it back again. Off the stick, and it'll still stay with Navy. Now with it here is Xavier Arline. Arline with it. Shot there. Gates the save. Rebound. And it's going to come away for the Pride. Gates making some big save. Recker comes over the line. Shots on goal. 23-21 now in favor of the Pride. Here's Madsen. And Seth Tierney is going to call his first timeout. Down by 2, 11-9 with 6:38 left to go in the fourth quarter. Shots on goal currently are 23-21. 14 saves for Daly, 14 saves for both Navy goalies, correction. Daly with 6, Ryan with 8. And Mac Gates has 10 saves on 21 shots. But the Pride will now set up here an offense to try to get back in this game within 1. You have to remember there are no 2-point shots in the college game compared to the professional game where they have the 2-point arc, but just traditional lacrosse here, 1-point shots always.
I still think that it's feasible to come within one here, or maybe even tie it.
They got to hurry it, though. I think the pace for the Pride has to come up here.
They need to be able to control the pace because Navy has been the one coming in here and setting it.
But Mac Gates has some big for the Pride. Mac Gates has made multiple big saves in the last few minutes, really. Last handful of minutes, 15, 20 minutes of this half. Only allowing 4 goals in so far the second half. 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth so far. Whereas Hofstra has outscored them 5-2 in the second half, and it's been a really good job so far by the Hofstra offense. They've been a good second half team this year. You look back last week against Merrimack, big fourth quarter for the Pride. Only lost 10-7.
Yeah,
down by 2.
Yeah, this is pretty big. I'd like to remind all of our viewers and listeners that by period, Hofstra was down 5-1, and then at the end of the
3 quick goals in the second.
Right, and they still came out of the second period down 7-4, and now it's closer to 11-2, still down. But matter of fact is that they are slowly but surely creeping up to the visiting Navy midshipmen.
So now it will be the Pride with the ball. They use their first timeout of the second half. Far side, it's going to be Rory Jones as we get set. And the clock will start. 68 seconds left to go on the shot clock. And we're underway. 6:35 to go in the game. Gerard Kane, they got to hurry it up with the momentum. To Turner. Turner, left-handed stick, curls around. Turner, back up top. Now with it is Woodwin. Woodwin will fake it back around. 50 seconds to go. Still has to get something going here. Gets it to Justin Sykes. Sykes. Cutting around. Sykes. Gets the pass to Turner on the far side. Griffin Turner. Behind the net. Kane. Woodwin. Underhand. Scores! Ryan Woodwin! And it's 11-10 with 6:03 to go. Hofstra down by 1.
That was a slick underhand kind of goal going in right near ankle height for the goalie. It just simply couldn't get there fast enough. And before you know it, both teams are now in the double digits.
Patterson on the faceoff once again. He'll go against Nate Hammond. This has been an impressive second half for the Pride. Ryan Woodland with the goal.
Incredible work by Woodland.
Great goal there. Kane will get the assist. Here's the faceoff at center. Navy making some bold choices, changing their faceoff guys a couple times here, and this one's going to be won by Hammond. Hammond has it over the line, has an open lane here, but he'll slow it down. And now it will be Navy's offense here. 5:45 left to go in the third quarter. Shot clock at 64 seconds left to go. Near side, it's Dane Swanson. They would love to get another big goal here. Max Hewitt with it. To Swanson. Swanson runs, switches spots with Skolniak. To the far side, Swanson goes. Top center, Skolniak. Left without a goal. Skolniak. He's got 2 assists today. Coming around, Hewitt. Off of a stick. And it will go out. Nobody got a piece of it, actually. So it will still be 36 to go in the shot clock, which is big for the Pride because they can get it back at the end of the shot clock. Arline. Far side. Cutting around. Stops it up. Looking for his options. Behind X. Nobody on him back there to let him play there. Can't score from behind there unless he gets a pass off. So Arline. Quick little pass. Shot. And they score. It's a goal for Henry Tolker. He's got 5, and it's now 12-10 with 4:58 left to go in the fourth quarter.
What can I say?
So this is a big one now. Hofstra got to change their face-off guy. Try to go for something different here. It's going to be Benjamin Niesman. It's Benjamin Niesman, number 37 for the Pride, on the face-off. Flip back by Niesman. He will get the win. And it's going to be won over and carried by Chris Berry. 4:45 left to go. The Pride need to get another goal quickly. And the Pride fans are loving it here with the effort they're putting. This has been a great performance from Hofstra, especially after, they'll turn it over. Kane trying to get a pass over the far side to Madsen, and it goes out of bounds. And now Navy will have it with 4:32 left to go, and you did not want that to happen.
That was the personification of the broadcaster jinx.
Yeah, definitely. Far side now with Navy. Here is Fairbanks. Gets it over to Skolniak. Skolniak to the near side for Dane Swanson. Swanson passed it over to Arline. Arline battling with Ford. He's going to hold it there in the corner with 45 seconds left to go. Arline back with it. He has it. A little pass there to Hewitt. Hewitt near side. Now a shot. Score! It's Mac Haley, and he's got his second of the game. 13-10 Navy. 3:44 to go in the fourth. So now, back in the face will be Niesman.
Navy coming in here with some really strong players.
Yeah.
This isn't even just the fact that they have a well-distributed lineup where, like, multiple people can score. It's multiple players can score, and they can also all score a lot. That's like a double-edged sword.
That's big. And
it's big.
You think when you have a guy like Skolniak who has been left off without a goal, and you still come away as Niesman boots it up ahead. He'll not be able to get it. He still will pick it up. And I'll Pride have it. Niesman to Kale. 3:33 left to go. To the far side with it. It's Madsen. They need a quick goal now. Madsen finds over to Elder, top center. Matt Elder. Sheridan with him will switch places. Now we'll see Trevor Natalie come on for the first time in the second half. Trevor Natalie coming with speed. Natalie slows it down. Gets it. Now with it. Far side is Madsen. Madsen cuts away from a man. Madsen trying to cut to the cage. Shoots, scores! 2-goal game now. 13-11. John Madsen with 2:57 left to go. And some life for the Hofstra Pride.
I take back what I said about that broadcaster's jinx, because you said that Hofstra needs a goal, and what did they just get? Yep. I'm okay to eat my words on air. I'm fine with that.
So Niesman will back on the face-off here, and they're going to bring back their original face-off guy for Navy in Gabriel, who started this game. If Niesman can get this face-off win, I think if you're South Tierney, try to go score quickly, and then you get it again and call timeout. That's just how I see it. But there's still 2:57 left to go. Face-off is going to be won by Navy, though. And they'll play it back and start it up. Not the way it worked out, as it was Henry Rentz. Flipped it to Skolniak. 2:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 13-11 lead for Navy. 60 seconds to go in the shot clock. This is going to eat away a lot of time. It'll cut the time in half, basically, this whole game. Almost, to Skolniak holding onto the ball. He's got a wrecker on him. Skolniak still getting a couple whacks from Wrecker. To the near side, Max Hewitt. Now to Skolniak. Try and get it over. Skolniak to the right hand. Gets it popped away off, and here the other way. Hegarty. It's Tim Hegarty. The other way for the Pride. Slowed it down. Off the pick set. It's Kane. 1:55 left to go. Huge defensive stop for the Pride. Woodland off the screen by Kane. He's going to take it to the alley. The Pride will have it. They'll hold it here. 60 seconds to go on the shot clock. And now over 100 seconds left to go in this one. It's Gerard Kane. The Pride need a quick goal here. 1:30. To the far side. Griffin Turner. He's had the hot hand. Oh, off the stick of Kane. It will go out. And the pass was missed by Sykes with 1:23 left to go, and it's 13-11. Midshipman the other way. To the far side. Long pull passes. And a steal the other way. Madsen coming in. Shoots, scores! John Madsen makes it 13-12.
What an incredible play. Just robbing it out of the midshipman's hands and taking a fast break. Almost like in basketball. Truly taking a fast break right towards the goalie. Uncontested one-on-one and makes the goal.
Now with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go, the Pride have a timeout. Navy has 2. The Pride are going to go back to Chase Patterson, whereas Navy is going to go back to Nate Hammond. Hammond has really dominated Patterson since he entered the game. So this is an interesting face-off matchup, and of course, you had to know it was going to come down to face-offs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I called it from the start. Seeing Patterson's effectiveness at face-offs, I want to see how he's going to do now because he's been lethal earlier on.
Patterson gets it up ahead. He will pick it up. Coming in. Patterson will slow it down to Madsen on the far side. The Pride will just play it on here with a minute left, and they do call the timeout with 1:01 left to go. We're in for a good one to finish out here. 13-12. Navy leads the Pride with a minute and 1 second left, and the Hofstra Pride have the ball. They have it in the Navy end.
What a game. What a tense moment to pick and choose a timeout. I'm speechless.
Me too.
I'm speechless, Christian. Because it really does come down to those face-offs. Like, I always knew that they were part of the game, just like tip-off is in basketball, just like first pitch in baseball and all that jazz.
Face-offs in hockey, too. And you look at it,
right?
You know, that's very important. So now, the face-off win by Patterson gives his team a boost of confidence, and especially after the goal on the steal by Madsen, and had a wide-open lane to the net and just ripped it home, and now the Hofstra Pride have a chance to tie this game.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that every part of a game is important, but I've never seen face-offs bolded, highlighted, and underlined as much as I have in today's game.
Yeah, you know, you make a very good point. I can't remember a time in my career where face-offs were this imperative. Maybe a couple of those games in high school, but never like this, where now you have a chance to tie the game. Hofstra's only tied the game once. Navy's led the entire game minus when it was at 0-0, and then time Hofstra tied it at 9-9. And that was earlier in the fourth quarter when they tied it early. And now the Pride, another great second half. We've seen it twice this year with the Merrimack game a week ago, and now the game here against Navy this week.
To me, it seems like this Hofstra Pride team is not one to just give up without a fight.
Patterson is 14 for 24 on faceoffs. Gabriel is 5 for 12. Hammond, who's been a hot hand for them, 6 for 13. So on the far side, it will start with Ryan Sheridan. It'll be Sheridan, Sykes, Woodland, Kane, Madsen, and Jones. They're the 6 out for the Pride here. Here comes Sheridan. Quick little slip pass off the stick of Jones. It will go out of play. Navy's going to go back with it. And once again, sloppy play causes a turnover. Navy with it. They got to hold on to it here. They got 50 seconds left to go. Caught over the middle. Here is Rentz. They got to double the ball. Gates is running up and down out of the cage. They'll run it behind and try to play a slip play. Here is Haley. Back up top. Midshipmen have it here. They'll double the ball, and a timeout is called here by Navy and head coach Joe Amplo. Now use their first timeout of the half. 32.5 left to go. 13-12 Navy, and they have the ball, and the shot clock is off. So this is got to be a huge defensive stand for the Pride here, but Navy's trying to run the clock out, Michelle.
Oh yeah, they want to do everything they can to keep this lead, no matter how narrow it is, because they can see that if you give them an inch, they're gonna want the whole foot. The Hofstra Pride is gonna want the whole foot because they have proven time and again in Merrimack and in multiple quarters here that no matter the deficit, they are still going to fight, still going to push, and still going to play as hard as humanly possible.
Absolutely.
And so I'm sure that Navy wants to,
run the clock out, and that's the point. When you're up by 1 and you don't have to shoot it, you have 32 seconds left, and you have some very good ball handlers. You can do a good job of just holding it up and down.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, fun fact, apparently, Joe Amplo is actually a Hofstra men's lacrosse grad. 3
of the 4 coaches on the Navy coaching staff are Hofstra grads.
That's kind of funny. I think that's pretty interesting.
Amplo graduated Hofstra back in 1999. Back in 2000. I was a year off. I did say it earlier. So Navy's going to have on the far side, and they're going to have Arline with it. He'll have 2 on him, and that's going to be Cooling and Wrecker. So double team here in effect from the Pride. Arline has 2 on him. Trying to get pushed out of bounds. The Pride want to do that. Arline now working with it. Gates is kind of out of the net. They love to score, but they know that there could be a mistake. Arline still with it. Almost had it knocked out of his stick. 18 to go on the game. Arline still has it. Running up and down the far side. Still with it. And it's going to be still in his stick. Goes down. Ball is free. The Pride got to go the other way. They have no timeouts. 5 to go. Kale taken down. 2 seconds. Send it out in front. Broken up. And that'll do it. The Navy midshipmen escape with a 13-12 victory over the Hofstra Pride. What a performance from Hofstra at the end. A valiant effort for head coach Seth Tierney.
Absolutely. Despite the fact that this is such a close loss, their efforts should not have gone unnoticed. They shouldn't be unnoticed.
No.
Because this is, again, an incredible team that played from start to finish. So for Hofstra to match up against such a tough and powerful Navy team, to almost match them and match their pace, incredible.
So final score of this one is 13-12. We'll have a lot more coming up in our post-game show back in the studio. A lot of thanks to go around for, of course, our engineer Ian Benke. We also have Dylan Roskowensky and Amelia Bashi back in our studios. You can stick around here on special events, by the way. Game coming up in a couple hours. But signing off here from the James M. Stewart Stadium, my name is Christian Gardick. Alongside me was Michelle Rabinovich. Once again, final score, Navy 13, Hofstra 12.